What's up, y'all? It's Trenius and you're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. 1 month maximum focus challenge, guys. And man, it's all about being focused. And so since we as Realm team members are on this maximum focus challenge this month of July, um, one thing I've noticed, guys, is very. It makes much sense that we're doing this focus challenge in the month of July in the summertime here in the United States of America. If you're from another country, you know what it's like in the summertime. Things get crazy. I mean, you got hot heat, sun. You're out doing more activities. You're more active. You're having to use more energy. You're meeting people. You're going, exciting places, seeing brand new faces. All this stuff is happening in the summertime, and so it's very important that we remain focused because during these times it's when the universe comes at you so fast that you don't have no time to think about the things that you're supposed to be focused on. So that's why we're taking the time out here this month on the Living Realm Network to focus on maximum focus. Focus on the things that we want to accomplish and whatnot. But with that being said, so if you're experiencing any type of shifts, outside of your normal way of living, this is because you're focused. See, when you focus on something, like when you just like focus on something, like just like tune into it, you're like kind of like you kind of like tend to like tune everything out around you. Like everything around you just becomes the like number two. Number two thing, and your focus, it just gets so focused, and you just everything around you just begins to shift, and like it really shifts, and it gets like it's like the universe gets mad and says, "Oh my God! Like, please pay attention to me. Everybody wants you to pay attention to them, and it is so hard to focus on so many things at one time. And so, you just want to make sure that you have a fine balance, with everything. So, that just takes us into what I'm talking about right now, guys, which is how to remain sane. How to remain sane. And with so much focus. I understand some of you out there, you're probably surgeons, brain doctors, PhDs, bachelorettes. You got all kinds of master degrees and stuff like that. You're doing spectacular things in the world. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman. Everybody likes you. You have so much charisma and charm. Models. Yeah, thugs, gangsters, carrying the gas, OGs, everybody out there, who's a part of the Realm team. I know how your life is. I know that you have to focus really, really hard. And, that requires you to maintain your sanity half of the time because people think you're crazy. People think you are crazy. Like, people really literally think you're crazy because you're just so gifted. You're so focused on the thing that you like to be focused on the most. You're doing the things that you like to do. And they're not getting the attention that they think that they deserve. And every time they look at you, you're so peculiar. You're always doing something different. You're always unique. You're a wonderful person. You have so much power, so much electronic energy, and it's just not right sometimes. So in the midst, you always probably feel like, what, like, am I really crazy? I am crazy. Like, you question your own madness sometimes. Like, but they said Einstein was genius, but he was not only genius. They said that he was a mad scientist. Like, he was a mad scientist, like on some Frankenstein type shit. Like, and that's because look at, he was focused. Like, he was smoking cigars, like figuring out math problems, like the square root of no, that's not right. 1 + 1, oh no, two, okay, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They probably was acting crazy, like just they probably looking at Einstein. He was just like, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Well, I don't know. No, PEMDAS, no scientific theory is. I don't know what the dude was crazy, but at the same time, like, he was creating all the formulas that we use in school today to go to school. Dude had a massive hair fro or whatever you want to call it. It was grungy, dirty, looked oily, slicky. He looked like he was a bum. He wore big clothes, looked dusty clothes, walked around puffing cigars and stuff, like but he was a mad scientist. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was the greatest. Albert Einstein was the greatest mathematician of all time. They call him a genius. He was a genius, but he didn't look better than me. He didn't look better than me. He wasn't as cool as me. He was more nerdy, more geeky, more focused on insanity, so to speak. He didn't know it. He just know that he was interested in something, and that's what he liked. See, when you're so focused on something that you love to do, you're just gonna love it. You're just gonna it's like a relationship. It's like a real true marriage. Two people just fall in love with each other. And they just jump off a bridge and dive in a swimming pool, and they just go into the abyss and just fall in love. And they don't know what to expect on the other side. They just know that they did it and they're never looking back. That's real love. That's real love. Now, it's not real love when you have two people who are still thinking about it. Like, you're still thinking about, like, if you really want to fall in love with this person. Like, that's not real love. Real love is when two people, they don't even know that they're in love. It's just like they have so much joy and happiness that it's like the only problems that they have is financial obligations, or making sure that Johnny gets to soccer practice on time, and little small trinkets are being bought for the household environment and stuff like that. But as far as that love goes, it's like through the roof, like really through the roof. But you got to remain sane, guys. Like, I know that you are a talented, individual trying to make yourself better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. But life is all about maintaining balance as well. I've been saying that word for the past couple of days. Balance, 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 balance. Like, if you're a very, very nerdy person, you're nerdy. I mean, people call you a geek, you're smart, honor roll student, or whatever. You have to maintain balance. Like, you got to do some regular activities. You got to go hang with the family sometimes. You got to go to the cookouts. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out to the movies. Go get you a date. Treat yourself. Take yourself to the movies. Like, you have to do regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Einstein, like, actually did regular stuff, like got out there in the field and played soccer, and just, threw the football, now, he was just really, out there on the block, you know what I mean, talking to the hustlers, yo, you know what I mean, 1 + 1 = 2, we can get this money, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he was really, like, balancing his life out, they wouldn't have called him insane. They wouldn't have called him a mad scientist, mad genius, or whatever, because he would have balance. He probably would have felt more comfortable with himself, and probably would have achieved even more greatness and had more discoveries if he had that balance. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like how they say. It's just like how they say, when you make it, you know what I mean? When you make it in whatever it is you make it in, be in a position to where you can come back to where you came from. You understand? Be in a position that you can go travel back to your old home that was a shack, that was run down, that was beat up. Just because you got jewelry on, just because you got nice fitteds, $100 shirts on, and all this stuff, you know what I mean? That's cool. You never could afford that once upon a time. But never forget where you came from. Don't never forget where you came from. And don't never forget the people that helped you get to where you are. You understand what I'm saying? Remain sane. This helps you remain sane. It's just like connecting with your mama and daddy every other day. You might not talk every day, but make sure that you got a good relationship with your parents. Make sure that you got a great relationship with your family members. If you have bad relationships with your family members, be the bigger person and just keep sucking it up. 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 It's just like a love relationship. It's just like you women out there. You women out there are such great lovers that you don't even believe that you could love anymore. But you'll never stop being a lover. You'll never stop wanting a man. You understand what I'm saying? You can say that you're independent and all this and that, but you'll never stop loving. So for you to jump in the next relationship and give it your all again, that's human nature. That's human nature for you to give it your all. And so, it's very important that you remain sane. Have balance. Don't do too much of something and don't do less of what you're supposed. Don't do too much of something and do less of what you're supposed to do. You understand? Like, always make sure that you're doing 100% of the thing that you maximum focused on, but be able to go back to the trenches. Be able to step out of your practice and just go chill with your kids and just, hey, so what's on your mind? Be able to stop focusing on your damn self and focus on somebody else for a change. What it is that you like to do with your life. Oh, that's creative. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He was drawing in a notepad, man. This is real life. He was drawing in a notepad. And I didn't know he was drawing until I asked him. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm drawing." He was like, "I'm drawing." He had his pad. He was just doing his thing. Everybody else was having a good time, drinking, partying, and stuff. He was in the corner, sitting in the chair, just young dude, head backwards like this. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I'm drawing." He showed me his stuff. And I was just like, cool, man, that's very cool. Because I went to Art Institute of Atlanta too, so I know what it's like to be an artist. But anyway, listen to what I'm saying. So he was drawing, and he was like, I was like, "You're a creator, huh?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So what do you want to do with this drawing? What do you want to take it? Do you want to create comic strips or something?" He was like, "Yeah, I like making comic strips." He was like, "I make recipes as well." I was like, "You make recipes?" I was like, "You mean tell me you cook?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm a chef." I was like, "Are you really like a certified culinary art chef or whatever you want to call?" He's like, "No, I just make recipes." He's an artist. He talks kind of like out of the wall. So I was like, "Cool, man. Cool. He was like, "You want to see?" I was like, "Yes." So me and my mom were sitting there talking to him. Me and my mom, like, we're like, "Yeah, let's see." He showed me and my mom. He had all these recipes. Like, he had this recipe on the paper. He showed it to us. And me and my mom side by side, sitting there reading, looking at him like, damn, this kid freaking making recipes. We was like, "Have you even made the recipe yourself?" He was like, "No, I just thought about the ingredients off the top of my head of what would taste good, and I just wrote it down. And eventually, I'm gonna go try it out and see if it tastes good." I'm just like, damn, like, boy, you goddamn gonna be rich. Like, you're a creator. Damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But excuse my language. But I mean, I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? How black people talk sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was just tripping because his intelligence and his ambition, in that very moment, like, and he's so young to want to do something so grand and so wonderful. It just really blew my mind that he was sitting over here doing something creative while everybody was just chilling. Now, should he have had balance? Of course he should have had balance. You understand what I'm saying? But he's a young guy. That's why I told him to subscribe to the Rim Team, and I hope you're watching this video right now, dude. But guys, this is real serious information, helpful information, real vital. It's very important that you remain balanced in everything that you do. Don't never do too much of what you love to do without doing the little simple things that you hate to do. Do what you hate to do, but don't act like you hate to do it, because as soon as you start to act like you hate to do it, people are gonna see that you are just faking it till you make it. But that's what it's all about, though. You understand what I'm saying? But faking it till you making it will help you learn the reason why you love or you have to do what you hate to do. You understand what I'm saying? Over time, it'll help you learn why you have to do what you hate to do, and your hates turn into something that you love. The thing that you hate the most is something. There's something about it that makes you hate it. So, because you really like something, admire something about it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk too much longer. I'm gonna let y'all go on this note. I'm Trenius Henderson. This is the infamous Living Room Network. I'll see you in the next 24 hours. I'm about to go out to the park, make many more videos, and I'll see you. I'll see you then. Make sure you speak up, let your voice be heard at the very bottom, in the comment section. I put on some crazy stuff today, y'all. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get on the camera and I'm just gonna showboat, just gonna do some showboat stuff, just because the universe is troublesome already. So you gotta make the best of every moment, man. Thank you so much, y'all. I thank y'all so much for supporting me and everybody out there that talk good on these comments, and everybody that watched this stuff, man. And I for so long I always thought that nobody cared about this type of information. But every day, you guys who I talk to physically or on the internet, you guys help me understand that it's a good thing, and you keep me going every day, because there's a million reasons why I don't want to do this. There's a million reasons why a lot of people try to put me down, and never give me recognition for what I do. But I run into those charming individuals, those God sent individuals every other day who send me a message or put a nice comment out there or something and tell me this is good stuff, and that helps me continue to go on, guys. Other than that, if I didn't have you, the person who out there probably inspired me, I wouldn't be doing this because I wouldn't have enough. I won't have enough motivation, and because I don't feel like I get appreciated much doing something so deep. So I really thank you a lot, and if this message is for you, I hope you are inspired by it. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Peace.